Hello friends, today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 7, structural organization in animals. And if you have already seen or if you have not seen the series of biological classification, go watch it. It is in the channel. And if you are new, please like, share, subscribe. And if you are not knowing me, I am Ujwala. I make content regarding need and stuff regarding that and some fashion content as well. Yeah, yes, without any delay, let's jump into today's topic, structural organization in animals. Now, we will be dealing with NCRT lines, or nothing will be out of NCRT. Yeah, let's run into the NCRT lines. In the preceding chapters, you came across a large variety of organisms, both unicellular and multicellular, of animal kingdom. So, in the previous chapters, మనం ఇంతకు ముందు ఏ చాప్టర్స్ అయితే చదివామో ఆ చాప్టర్స్లో మనము చాలా వెరైటీ ఆఫ్ యానిమల్స్, వాస్ట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ యానిమల్స్, అవి కూడా యూనిసెల్యులర్ సింగిల్ సెల్తో మేడ్ అయిన యానిమల్స్, ఇంకా మల్టీసెల్యులర్ అంటే మెనీ సెల్స్ కంబైన్డ్ అయి మేడ్ అయిన యానిమల్స్ని మనం డీల్ చేయడం జరిగింది ఇన్ యానిమల్ కింగ్డమ్. In unicellular organisms, all functions like digestion, respiration and reproduction are performed by the single cell. Yes, obviously single cell unde organisms lo anni type of functions like digestive function, respiration function, inka reproduction, ee processes anni single cell చేస్తుంది. So that's why they are known as unicellular organisms. But in complex bodies of multicellular organisms, the same basic functions are carried out by different groups of cells in well organized manner. So అదే ఎప్పుడైతే మల్టీసెల్యులర్ ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ దగ్గరికి వస్తుందో మెనీ సెల్స్ అనమాట, దే డివైడ్ ద వర్క్ అనమాట. సపోజ్ దిస్ టూ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్గన్స్, దిస్ విల్ పర్ఫార్మ్ ద రెస్పిరేషన్ అండ్ దిస్ విల్ పర్ఫార్మ్ ది డైజెషన్. సో అట్లా స్ప్లిట్ అప్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది, సో దట్ ద కోఆర్డినేషన్ విల్ బి వెల్ అండ్ ఆల్సో వెల్ ఆర్గనైజ్డ్. So in the organized manner, the body of simple organisms like hydra. So ikkada manaku NCERT lo hydra example icharu. This is a single simple organism anamata, which is made up of different types of cells. The body of hydra, it is made up of different types of cells, and the number of cells in each type is 1000. So different types of cells to made ayindi kada, aa different types lo prati oka type lo thousands of cells unnayanta. The human body is composed of billions of cells performing various functions. So human body lo billions of cells are there. This count is very important. They will be asked for MCQs. Billions of cells which perform various functions. How do these cells in the body work together? So ఇలా ఉండే different types of cells ఉన్నాయి కదా మన మొత్తం బాడీలో, ఇవన్నీ కోఆర్డినేటివ్గా ఎలా పనిచేస్తాయి? దట్స్ ద క్వశ్చన్ విచ్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ గివెన్ ఇన్ ది ఎన్సీఆర్టీ. సో ఆన్సర్ కూడా వాళ్ళే ఇచ్చారు. In multicellular animals, a group of similar cells along with intercellular substance, cells along with the matrix దాని చుట్టూ ఉండే సబ్స్టాన్స్ కలిసి when they do a specific function, ఏదైనా పర్టికులర్ ఫంక్షన్ చేస్తే such organization is known as tissue. సో అలాంటి ఒక ఆర్గనైజేషన్ని మనము టిష్యూ అని అంటాము. సో యూ మే హ్యావ్ బీన్ సర్ప్రైజ్డ్ టు నో దట్ ఆల్ కాంప్లెక్స్ యానిమల్స్ కన్సిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ 4 బేసిక్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్. సో మనము డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ సెల్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, సో డిఫరెంట్ థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ సెల్స్ అంటే ల్యాక్స్ ఆఫ్ టిష్యూస్ ఉంటాయి అని అవర్ expectation will be, it's very obvious. But human body lo we will be seeing only 4 basic types of tissues anamata. Not only human, in complex animals these tissues are organized in specific proportions. So ee tissues anevi specific proportions lo specific manner lo arrange ayyi untayi in and pattern and forms organs like stomach, lungs, heart and kidney. So ee different types of organs lo different types of tissues anevi organized ayyi specific function ni chestu untayi. When 2 or more organs perform a common function, సో ఏవైనా 2 or more మనకు తెలుసు, సెల్స్ కంబైన్ టు ఫార్మ్ tissues combine to form organs combine to form organ system, and organ system together they form a organism, and organisms ecosystem, etc. and etc. Now when 2 or more organs perform a common function by the physical or chemical integration, they together form organ system. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇచ్చింది ఏమంటే 2 or more organs కంబైన్డ్ అయితే ఒక ఆర్గన్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది ఫామ్ అవుతుంది, వెరీ కోఆర్డినేటివ్గా ఫంక్షన్ చేస్తుంది. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ డైజెస్టివ్ సిస్టమ్, రెస్పిరేటరీ సిస్టమ్, ఎక్సెట్రా. సెల్స్, టిష్యూస్, ఆర్గన్స్ అండ్ ఆర్గన్ సిస్టమ్ స్ప్లిట్ అప్ ద వర్క్ ఇన్ అ వే దట్ దే ఎగ్జిబిట్ డివిజన్ ఆఫ్ లేబర్. సో ఇంతకుముందే మనం డిస్కస్ చేసాము, వెల్ ఆర్గనైజ్డ్ ఫంక్షన్ చేయాలి అంటే దెర్ షుడ్ బి గుడ్ స్ప్లిట్టింగ్ అప్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్ అనమాట. దిస్ పర్ఫార్మ్స్ డైజెషన్, దిస్ పర్ఫార్మ్స్ రెస్పిరేషన్ అండ్ సమ్ అదర్ పర్ఫార్మ్స్ ఎక్స్క్రీషన్ అండ్ సమ్ అదర్ పర్ఫార్మ్స్ సర్క్యులేషన్. ఇలా స్ప్లిట్ అప్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్ జరిగే కొద్దీ మనకు ఫంక్షన్ అనేది బెటర్ వేలో ఎగ్జిబిట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. సో దట్ ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ డివిజన్ ఆఫ్ లేబర్ అండ్ కాంట్రిబ్యూట్స్ టు ద సర్వైవల్ ఆఫ్ ది హోల్ బాడీ. యాజ్ అ రిజల్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఫంక్షన్ అనేది ఉండి ఆర్గనిజం అనేది వెల్ సర్వైవ్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. Animal tissues. So now we will be discussing about animal tissues. The structure of the cells vary according to their function. Obviously the structure of cell అది ఏ పని చేస్తుందో దానికి తగినట్లుగా their structure will be differing అనమాట. So there are tissues. Therefore, the tissues are different and are broadly classified into 4 types. So broadly, we will be categorizing the tissues into 4 types, which are epithelium tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and neural tissue. These are the 4 types of animal tissues. Again, I will be repeating them: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and neural tissue. So now let's get into the epithelium tissue first. We commonly refer to an epithelium tissue as epithelium. So normal ga manam epithelium tissue ni epithelium ani antamu. This tissue has free surface which faces both body surface and outside the environment. So suppose if we assume or if we imagine, this is the esophagus, right? This is the esophagus foot pipe. So this will, imagine that this is the foot pipe. So inner surface will also be covered by epithelium and outer surface will also be covered by epithelium. And this is the body, gut. Imagine that this is the gut. Outer surface will also be covered by epithelium. This inner surface will be covered by epithelium and this outer surface will be covered by epithelium and this outer surface will also be covered by epithelium. I hope you got this. This is how the epithelium is covering the inner surfaces as well as the outer surfaces. So here when we look into the NCERT line, they have given us which faces either the body fluid, I have told you, the esophagus covering, or the outside body, outside in the sense the gut covering, like the skin, beneath the skin the epithelium will be present, right? In such a way they provide covering or lining of some parts of the body. So the main function is to cover or line the body parts. The cells are compactly arranged with little intercellular matrix. So these cells, they are very compactly arranged. In order to provide covering, the cells should not have the space between them. So దేనికన్నా మనం కవర్ చేయాలి అంటే దానికి స్పేస్ ఉండకూడదు. It should be very tightly arranged. So that is why these epithelium cells are compactly arranged with little intracellular matrix. There are 2 types of epithelium tissues. So epithelium tissues అనేవి 2 types divide అయ్యి ఉన్నాయన్నమాట. So this epithelium is divided into 2 types, which is namely simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple and compound epithelium. So this is the broad classification of epithelium. Simple epithelium is consist of a single layer of cells and functions as lining of body cavities, ducts and tubes. What is the function of simple epithelium? It mainly covers, what does it mainly cover? Body cavities, ducts and tubes. Now what is meant by body cavity? Esophagus is also a cavity, right, inside the body. So this is also an example of body cavity. And ducts, some glandular ducts, and tubes like fallopian tube, food pipe, etc. and etc. The compound epithelium consists, now we are going to discuss about compound epithelium. The compound epithelium consists of 2 or more cell layers and has a protective function as it does in our skin. So it is very important line here. They have given that skin is an example of compound epithelium and its main role is to protect the skin, protect the inner body parts. That is the main function of the compound epithelium. On the basis of structure of modification of cells, simple epithelium is further divided into 3 types. They are squamous, cuboidal and columnar. So based on what basis these are classified means on basis of the structural modification of the cells. Structural modification in the sense on the morphology of the cells. Simple epithelium is divided into 3 types, which are squamous, cuboidal and columnar. So these are the division of the simple epithelium. The picture is also given in NCERT. These are flattened squamous epithelium cells. These are cuboidal cells, and this is the long pillar-like structures, columnar cells. So keep remember the diagrams. There will be picture-oriented questions as well in the NEET exam. And here D is the columnar cells bearing cilia over the free surface. And you need to remember that for the pillar-like columnar cells, the nuclei will be present at the bottom, not at the center. But for the squamous and cuboidal, the nucleus will be at the center. Now let's get in detail with the squamous epithelium. The squamous epithelium is made up of single thin layer of flattened cells with irregular boundaries. So when we talk about squamous epithelium, the squamous epithelium ante em ledu, they are very flat, irregular amoeboid shaped cells and with irregular boundaries. Particular shape anedi undadu, so that is why they are irregular in shape. They are found in walls of blood vessels. So blood vessels are nothing but, what are the 3 types of blood vessels? Say arteries, veins, capillaries. These are three types of blood vessels. So blood vessels lo manaku squamous epithelium anedi present ayi untundi, and also air sacs of lungs. In air sacs of lungs lo kuda manaku squamous epithelium is present and are involved in the functions like forming diffusion boundaries. So what is the main function of squamous epithelium is to form the diffusion boundaries. Now diffusion ante enti, what is meant by diffusion? Diffusion in the sense movement of the particles from a high concentration to the low concentration, high pressure to the low pressure. So high amount nunchi low amount ki move aye process ne diffusion antamu. So this squamous epithelium, it is mainly present in the air sacs lo. Air sacs lo main function vachesi diffusion, right? Movement of air bayati nunchi lopalki. So in the whole that air sacs of lungs, this squamous epithelium will be present. Okay, now let's talk about cuboidal epithelium. The cuboidal epithelium is composed of single layer of cube like cells. These are commonly found in ducts of glands. So ducts of glands, many glandular glands are there, like pituitary gland, pancreatic duct, etc. and etc. And tubular parts of nephron in kidney. So tubular parts of nephron lo kuda manam cuboidal epithelium ni chudochu. So the main function of the cuboidal epithelium is secretion and absorption. So what is the main function of cuboidal epithelium? If anybody asks you, its main function is not diffusion boundaries, it is secretion and absorption. So it secretes some secretions and it also absorbs some secretions as well. The epithelium of proximal convoluted tubule, PCT of nephron is having microvilli. So epithelium PCT of nephron is having microvilli. Villi are nothing but small finger-like projections which increase the surface area, which you need to remember this point. And the columnar epithelium, when we talk about the columnar epithelium, is composed of single layer of tall, slender cells that have nuclei located at the base. So for the columnar epithelium, these nuclei is present at the base, which I have already told you in the picture. Also you can see that this nucleus is not centrally located, it is present either at the base, it is only present at the base, and the cells are very tall and slender in the sense the shape like this. Okay, this is the shape of slender, and yeah, these are the nuclei are located at the base. Free surface have many microvilli. They are found in the lining of stomach, intestine. They help in secretion and absorption. If the columnar or cuboidal cells, suppose okavela columnar or cuboidal cells ki cilia anedi present ayi unte, they are known as ciliated epithelium. The function is to move the particles or mucus. So some particles ni or mucus ni oka particular direction lo push cheyadame main function of this ciliated epithelium. Okay, now when we talk about they are mainly present where these ciliated epithelium are present. They are present in the hollow organs like bronchioles. Now what are bronchioles? You might have known, but few will be not knowing this. Bronchioles are present in the respiratory tract anamata. Lungs lopala untayi bronchioles. Okay, alveoli, these are all present inside the lungs. So these is also hollow organs. Hollow organs in the sense they will be in a circle shape, and also fallopian tube, which helps in the, which is a genetic part related area, fallopian tubes. I hope this is very common for you who have been thorough with the reproduction chapter, what is meant by fallopian tubes. Okay, now let's get into the next page. Now some of the columnar or cuboidal cells are specialized for secretions called as glandular epithelium. So okavela columnar or cuboidal cells particular secretion ni specialized function to cheste, they turn into glandular epithelium. They are mainly of two types. So glandular epithelium is again subdivided into two types, which are unicellular, consisting of isolated glandular cell like goblet cell present in the alimentary canal. So alimentary canal lo goblet cell anedi present ayi untundi anamata. So these are unicellular mainly. Ikkada mana picture kuda icharu. This is unicellular gland which is goblet cell which is present in the alimentary canal. Now and multicellular consisting of cluster of cells, example salivary gland. Ikkada multicellular lo manaki ichina picture lo this is salivary gland which is consisting of cluster of cells. On the basis of mode of pouring their filtration, glands are divided into two categories, namely exocrine, endocrine. So అవి ఎలా అంటే వాటి సెక్రీషన్స్ని ఎలా అవుట్పుట్ చేస్తాయి ఆ బేసిస్ మీద ఆల్ దీస్ glands are divided into two types anamata, exocrine and endocrine. To remember or else to, if you want to take it as a trick, exo in the sense they will be not mixing, they are separate. Endo in the sense they will be mixing. So exo in the sense glands which secrete mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzymes, and others. Cells products. These products are released through the ducts or tubes. So exo in the sense they will be separately distributed throughout the body through tubes or ducts. They will be not just mixing into the blood. So they have separate ducts for the secretion release. Okay. Now in contrast, it means it will mix glands which do not have ducts. Their products are hormones. So many of you might think that digestive enzyme in the sense it is a hormone, but no, it is not a hormone. It is an exocrine gland which has glands which is not directly released into the bloodstream. Now these hormones are present in where? Endocrine glands. These are secreted directly into the fluid bath the gland. So these are directly indulged into the blood stream. Now when these are the pictures related to them, picture oriented questions might be asked from this part. Now when we deal with the compound epithelium, compound epithelium is made up of more than one type of multi-layer of cells and thus have limited role in secretion and absorption. So the main role, compound epithelium యొక్క main role ఏమంటే to provide the protection from outer stress and strain. Environment provide చేసే stress నుంచి protect చేయడమే main function of compound epithelium. Now ఇక్కడ picture ఇచ్చారు కదా, this is the picture of compound epithelium. You can see multi-layer of cell arrangement here. So now this has limited role in secretion and absorption. The main function is to provide protection against the chemical and mechanical stress. They cover dry surfaces of skin, the moist surfaces of buccal cavity. So మనం ఇక్కడ చాలా కేర్ఫుల్గా రిమెంబర్ చేయాల్సింది ఏమంటే డ్రై సర్ఫేస్ వచ్చేసి స్కిన్, whereas moist surface వచ్చేసి buccal cavity, pharynx and inner lining of ducts of salivary glands and pancreatic. 4 places moist but 1 place is dry. ఏది డ్రై? స్కిన్. ఏవి మాయిస్ట్? బక్కల్ క్యావిటీ, ఫారింక్స్, salivary gland and pancreatic duct. 4 మాయిస్ట్ ఉన్నాయి, ఒకటి డ్రై ఉంది. కీప్ రిమెంబర్ దిస్. నా all cells in epithelium are held together with little intracellular matrix. So epithelium lo there is a very tight arrangement anamata with only little intracellular space of matrix. In nearly all the animal tissues, especially junctions are provided both structural and functionally linked between individual cells. So manaku all cells అనేవి ఎలా ఒక సెల్ ఇంకో సెల్ జాయిన్ అయింది అనే బేసిస్ మీద కొంత డివిజన్ అనేది జరిగిందనమాట. 3 types of junctions అనేవి ఉన్నాయి. మెయిన్లీ మెజారిటీ 3 types of junctions are present. They are gap junctions, adhering junctions and tight junctions. 3 types ఉన్నాయి. టైట్ జంక్షన్స్, అడరింగ్ జంక్షన్స్ అండ్ గ్యాప్ జంక్షన్స్. బై నేమే మనం తెలుసుకోవచ్చు. గ్యాప్ జంక్షన్స్ అంటే సెల్కి మధ్యలో గ్యాప్ ఉంటుంది. అడరింగ్ అంటే అతుక్కోవడం, గ్లూగా ఉండడం, అంటే సెల్స్ని టుగెదర్గా చేయడం. టైట్ అంటే చాలా టైట్గా ఉండడం, జస్ట్ అతుక్కోవడం కాదు, అసలు ఇంట్రాసెల్యులర్ గ్యాప్ జంక్షనే ఉండదు, అసలు మొత్తం ఒకదానికొకటి చాలా దగ్గరగా ఉంటుంది విత్ మైన్యూట్ స్పేస్ బిట్వీన్ ద సెల్స్. సో tight junctions helps to stop substance from leaking across these tissues. So leakage అనేది 0% ఉండేవి టైట్ జంక్షన్స్. అడరింగ్ జంక్షన్స్ పర్ఫార్మ్ సిమెంటింగ్, జస్ట్ అతుక్కోవడానికి to keep neighboring cells together. So they just perform cementing function అనమాట. Gap junctions facilitate the cells to communicate with each other, connecting with the cytoplasm of the adjacent cells. Rapid transfer of ions, small molecules and sometimes big molecules. So ఇలా ఈ గ్యాప్ జంక్షన్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో దే హెల్ప్ ఇన్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ విత్ ది నైబరింగ్ సెల్స్ అనమాట. సో ర్యాపిడ్ అయాన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది ఒక సెల్ నుంచి ఇంకో సెల్కి. ఇంకా స్మాల్ మాలిక్యూల్ సబ్స్టాన్సెస్ కూడా ఎక్స్చేంజ్ చేయడం అనేవి జరుగుతుంది. ద సబ్స్టాన్స్ సైజ్ మే వ్యారీ ఫ్రమ్ స్మాల్ టు బిగ్. ఓకే,